Hey, this is David. Today we're going to talk about like a comment on for the bash. Um, I'm using CentOS. Okay, CentOS. You can check my version here with cat etc cent. A little bit slow. CentOS release. This is the version that I'm using, and also you can check for your kernel with the command uname dash a. So this is actually the version that I'm using for the kernel. Okay, so I can do clear to clear the screen. The first command that I'm going to use is pwd, which means print current directory. So it's just going to print where I am right now, the current directory where I'm working. Okay, so whatever I'm going to do when I'm going to execute files um, and whatever is going to be in that directory. Um, Also, I have ls, which is a list directory. It's just going to list whatever is inside that directory. As you can see here, I have a couple folders. All I know those are folders. It's just because of the color, but the other way you can know it is by doing ls-l. Then you see that it's going to present itself differently. You can see here you have a D, the D just at the beginning. That means that it's a directory. If you would have a file, then you won't have a D here. You're just going to have like a dash. One thing we can check is the CD, which is a change directory. Let's say I want to go into another directory. I listed all my directories. I have my dir here, which is a directory where I want to go. So I'm gonna do my dir, and then I'm inside the dir, my dir. As you can see, it's showing now. It's my dir. I'm going to list. Okay, what's inside the list, and what's inside the directory. I'm sorry, and also here you can see that I have a couple of things. So if I say ls-l, here you see that I don't have any directory. I just have a couple of files, and as I say, so you're just going to see that there is a dash here. So you have another command, which is if you want to remove a file, for example. Let's say I want to remove the hello David. I'm just going to do rm hello. Okay, if I list again, then I don't have it. I don't have a hello anymore. That's just by the way, when you want to look for a particular if you want to look at, for a particular command, you can go man for manual. It's a little bit slow. Man, and let's say ls, enter. So it's just going to give me all the information about that command, which is the list directory content, and also it tells you a couple of extension that you can use. That, for example, when you use the dash a, it says what it's going to do, and so on. Dash c, and there are a couple of like dash l. You use a long listing format. That's the one we use. So you really have, you can check here whenever you want to you think of a specific thing you want to do on the command. So I'm just going to hit Q for to quit. So back into my dir. My directory. So you also have another command, which is cat. It's just a it's served to concatenate information. or you can just list information and the content in the file. Let's say, for example, if I want to do cat test, so it shows what inside the test. The other thing I can do is cat greater than test. Okay, now it's going to, what it's going to do, it's open the file. Now I can write whatever I want to write inside. So I'm going just to do this is a test, for example. Enter, and then Control D if I want to go out. Now if I want to go to see again, test, cat test. Now you see it just remove all the previous information that was there before. If I want to just append, I want to add more information and don't delete whatever was there before, what I'm going to do is, by the way, I'm using the up arrow or down arrow to go back to where I was. So I'm just going to go left here and do double greater than equal. So that means that I'm just going to append information. So I'm gonna say this is a second line. So enter, Control D. If I go back to C, whatever, now you can see now you have 2 lines. Okay, so it's just it's a great tool if you want to quickly look into the information inside. You also have more. It does the same thing. It just look into the content, but by page. So if you have like a bigger, very large text file, then you will be able to, let's say for example, I go to sample, more sample, I have a file called sample. Now you see that it's at 48%. Now if I click on the space bar, then it's going to go page by page. The other command is head. Just going to look for the first couple lines of the file. Let's say head sample. There you go. Or if you tell, it's just going to, as the name implies, it's going to look for the last couple lines of file. Okay, so there are many more commands, but I think those are the really quick commands, and most of the command that you'll be using for your bash, for your system in Linux, and those are really great command, and just practice them. It's going to help you. So thank you for listening to my quick tutorial. Hopefully you're going to I'm going to make another videos to continue on the bash. Thanks.